Do you honestly think that I was going to race my 15-year-old Toyota Corolla down this street? I don't even know how many horsepower is still left in this engine after 15 years. Well, actually, we could find that out. Hello everyone, my name is Manny from Manny Drives, and thanks for checking out this video. This is a special episode because this is the very first episode of Copycat That, where we take a feature that's found on a modern vehicle and see whether or not there might be some sort of aftermarket component that we could use in order to bring that feature to other cars. I'm not sure whether or not this will be a series or if it's going to be an ongoing thing. So if you do like it, please give the thumbs up and leave a comment below to let me know whether or not this is something that we should continue doing going forward. Today, we're going to be covering multi-information displays. Your car actually has a tremendous amount of information just flowing through its electrical system and computer. And a lot of modern cars will actually give you a full color multi-information display that will reveal some of that information to you. Things like your distance to empty, your average fuel consumption, and even the runtime since you've last started your car. But what if you want to get more information out of your vehicle? Things like finding out how much your trip cost in fuel. Or perhaps you want to see how much horsepower your vehicle is actually using. Or maybe you want to be able to take a look at what that check engine light means, so that way you can look it up online and discuss it over with your technician. Some cars, like my very own 2005 Toyota Corolla, don't actually give you any information whatsoever. The only thing I actually really get is an odometer, 2 trip meters, and the outside temperature gauge. The information is in there, it's just that they decide for this vehicle to not display it. This is where a device like Scangauge 2 can help you tap into the wealth of information that's within your car. I reached out to the people that make Scangauge 2, and even though they're not paying me to make this video, they did send out a unit so that way I can review, and they did offer up to give one away to one of you guys. So please stick around to the end of this video to get more details on how you can enter into the giveaway. So let's take a look at what's inside the box. Inside, there's really not much to it. You have a card here which allows you to contact the company if you're having trouble configuring your Scangauge. You have 2 Velcro pieces, and this is how you mount your Scangauge to, wherever you want on your vehicle. I would just suggest not mounting it in a place where you would obstruct your view. Inside the bag, you have one single cable, and this is the port that will plug into your OBD2, and then on the other end, you have almost like an Ethernet connector, and it really makes it easy for you to install this into your car. This is the Scangauge itself. It's very thin, not much of a footprint. You can see with the card, it's almost half the width of the card. So it's, you can really tuck this into smaller spaces. And then the plastic itself is quite tough. It almost feels like an automotive grade plastic that's there. It's quite rugged. Tactile feel of the buttons is pretty good. No complaints there. And there's a port in the rear, and you also have a port on the side, so you can plug in the cable on either end depending on your configuration. I really like how you can set it up in either way. Then you have your manuals, your user manual, and your quick start guide. And honestly, read these because there's a lot of information inside them. A big feature of the Scangauge 2 is the ability to read engine codes. So if you have a check engine light that's illuminated on your dash, you'll be able to read what it is so you can look it up online and see what the possible fixes are. That way, when you speak with your technician, you'll have a much more informed conversation. There is a ton of information that can be displayed on your digital gauges, including both fuel related and mechanically related. You get 4 corners of the display that will give independent readings, and you cycle through each reading with the corresponding button. I do wish that the Scangauge 2 has multiple pages. So for example, I have 4 corners that consume certain data points, and then if I had a second and third page, which would also occupy other data points that I frequently use. So I can toggle between one page and another with different data points, as opposed to having to go through each one individually. Who knows, maybe in the Scangauge 3 they might add that as a feature. And this actually takes us back to the beginning of this video, and now I want to bring up the horsepower and RPM, because the official numbers from Toyota is that this car was able to produce 130 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. This is going to be my last poll on the channel because YouTube is going to scrap the whole polling thing, so please participate. What do you think? Am I going to have less horsepower than the official numbers, the same amount? Or am I going to have more horsepower? I'd like to see what the results on that one are going to be. I think the best area to do this experiment is merging onto a highway. So yeah, let's check it out. we go. So I gotta reach 6,000 RPM without doing anything illegal, okay? So we're gonna go in second gear. All right, here we go. 4,000. 5,000. 6,000. Oh, what did I get? What did I get? Oh, I gotta go back through the footage. Wow and wow. I can't believe that. 138 horsepower at 5,800 RPM. Is this car built on a Wednesday? I don't know. But I'm... Holy cow. 15 years old, by the way. You know, I try to take good care of my cars. I can't believe that it has 138 horsepower, well, at least registered on the Scangauge. Can you imagine what your vehicle has? So if you want to enter into the giveaway for a Scangauge 2 device, then all you have to do is just enter a comment down below as to why you would want one of these. Then head on over to Scangauge's Instagram account and give them a follow. So follow their account, leave a comment in the comment section that says why you would want one of these things, and we'll be announcing the winner in a future date. Please give this video a thumbs up because it really does signal to me that you would like to see more content like this. Feel free to post this on Reddit if you like, share it with a friend, and maybe, just maybe, hit the subscribe button and, you know, turn on all the notifications so that way you can be up to date with, you know, the latest videos that come out on the Manny Drives channel. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end. My name is Manny from Manny Drives, and I'll see you in the next video.